Alright, so we are back in Hacknet. It's been a little while. It's been a few... It's been 2 weeks. It has been more than a little while, but... I got very distracted with the other games that I've been streaming. But I want to finish this game off before I go on vacation next week. So... here we are today. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream. I might try to squeeze in the whole game into this one stream. But we'll see how it goes. For now, I'm just gonna press the continue button. Did I just break the music? Did the music broke? I think the music broke. Do I not have like a... I had like a music manager thing, right? Am I blind? I had a theme changer. Tune swap, that's what it's called. This is not playing anything right now. Alright, just playing something and going back apparently fixed it. Alright. So, last time we were on the /L message board. And we did this whole like polar star trial thing, and I saw this post which looked interesting. I don't actually remember how things continue from here, like story-wise, so I'm going in completely blind. Below is the IP address of a Seculock network server. The idea of selling a secure hard drive that's always connected to the net as an independent server seems dumb to me, so I'm going to see how it checks out. If no one here can wipe the data clean, the drive clean, same thing, I'll consider all failures and start actually using the thing. Have at it. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Proxy detected. Do I have... I do have SQL. A SQL, whatever. And I need some devices for proxying. I'm just gonna click through a few. Alright. And it's tracing. Hey Nick, welcome to the stream. And then music is pretty good. Generally, the soundtrack on this game is incredible. I mistyped. Oh hell yeah, I love being background noise. Don't take that out of context, please. Alright, I'm gonna turn on Signals Ramble because I don't know what I'm gonna be doing here. Sorry. Delete me. Let's remove delete me. Here we go. And I got an email from that. You have yet to play Hacknet? You absolutely do. I already completed the DLC in the last stream I did of this game, but the rest of the game is still really good. And if you like the music already, then you're gonna be in for a good treat, especially if you're just running background noise. Alright, let's see, Polar Star sent us a message. You've been noticed. Your skills and achievement are not insignificant. You deserve a better class of company. You will be contacted shortly. Proceed. CSEC admin. Invitation. Hacknet, I've just been bumped an email with a frankly intimidating recommendation for you to be offered an invitation to our little group. I don't know how you made friends with contacts like this, or if you even know who I'm talking about, but this is a big deal. I'm with CSEC. You're skipping the automated sections of the induction at your sponsor's behest, and so try and keep up. You'll need to pass my test too before advancing though. I've got something good in mind for you, shouldn't be too easy either. I want you to break into the CFC servers and find me the 11 secret herbs and spices. If you can get a hold of the list and upload it to the CSEC public drop server, I'd be more than happy to let you in. Alright, so we're stealing recipes today, apparently. That's a public file drop. And corporate espionage from the Colonel's Food Corner, CFC. Of course. Do I not have... I do. It's called Webster. I gotta relearn all my commands and shit. This is gonna be fun. Web server, SMTP. Not even trace right now. So I'm guessing this is not gonna be the last part of this puzzle. But we'll see. We're in. There's the index HTML. Hey Kakao, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. Server structure. Remember that this server is exclusively for front-end content. Of course, of course. The CFC corporate mainframe. That sounds much more promising. Alright. Yes, that was... CFC, actually. It's the Colonel's Food Corner. Signal scramble. I'm completely blind to Hacknet, but just by looking at this, the brainworms are screaming with joy. Oh yeah, it is a really good game. If you enjoy like command line stuff, then definitely. Alright, media logo. Can't even look at logos in my terminal, that's a shame. Alright. Command line like Linux, yes indeed, that's exactly what this is. Alright. The combination is sent to stores regularly in unmarked white plastic bags and should be mixed with the frying batter as directed. Wait, no, I thought they were talking about the recipe, but we're talking about something. The formula is far too important to give out to all workers, and as such it is protected. Alright. CFC records repository. Now that seems promising. And it also links here. Are we just gonna go on like a... Oh, firewall. That's gonna be fun. CH... Is it just chicken? It is just chicken. The password for CFC is chicken. Of fucking course it is. Alright. And signal scramble as soon as that's done. Now let's see what we have on the records repository. Media, guide, that's the same thing we had on the other server. Seasoning order guidelines. Alright. These guys are serious. Oh, wait. I thought for a moment there was another step to this, but it looks like password for Burger King is just burger. Honestly, the way this game has been going, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just gonna download both of these templates, because this is the spice mix and this is the urban spice mix. So I believe this is what we're looking for. A CSAC public drop server. Upload. Oh god, what was it called? Seasoning /home/ seasoning order placement template part 1 and part 2. Alright. Let's see. And that is that. Congratulations, nice one. I've actually had to dig around on their mainframe before a while ago and couldn't find it. Props for tracking it down. That's quite the entrance you've made for yourself. I'll take the opportunity to formally welcome you to CSAC. Everyone here knows what they're doing, at least to some extent, so you should feel right at home if you found that last job easy. I've attached your new login details to our hub server, from where you can pick up contracts, download new code, and generally just use it as a home base. I'll stay in touch, so go pick yourself up on some... what? Go pick yourself up some new programs from the stash as a congratulations present. Alright. CSAC server with login data, and the assets server, to which I get admin access. Alright. The music's really good. Yeah. SQL memcorrupt. I wonder if that's faster than the buffer overflow. I'm gonna try it. Web server worm we already have. Sequencer. You know I love running random files. Alright, there's no readme for the sequencer. I don't know what this one does. Oh, there's a CSAC theme. Mint, teal, and blue. Alright, theme manager, theme changer, CSAC. I could have sworn I've seen this before. Oh, that is a nice mint color. And teal is cool, blue is standard. Yes, in fact, Carpenter Brute plays in the finale of this game, and it's probably the most memorable moment that I've had in any hacking game, so maybe we'll actually get to see it today. I'm aiming to finish off the game before next week because I'm going on holiday. So, let's see what we have. Mission listing. Investigate a medical record, teach an old dog new tricks, locate or create decryption software. That sounds interesting. New companies come out with some new file encryption software and has locked up a bunch of previously very open code to us with it. Am I reading that correctly? Also, sorry for choking into the mic. I don't know what happened there. The algorithm doesn't seem as bad as what we faced in the past, but there's no solver out for it yet. This contract will have you solve the problem however you want, but we need a file decrypted. I can probably use a file decryptor in the long run, because we've been seeing some encrypted files around a few times. Alright, DEC Solutions has recently finished their new DEC encryption suite. Basically a file encryption package. We have a file that we want to look at that's been locked by this encryption. I've thrown a copy of it up on our Crossroads server, an unsecure dumping ground for all CSEC users, as encryptsource.dec. That's the file extension this new encryption generates, by the way. You might want to take a look at the file itself first. The company's website is pretty barren of anything useful, but if you dig a bit, you might find something to help. Once you're in, try scanning to see if the network goes deeper. Once you have it decrypted, upload it to the CSEC drop server. Alright. Then let's... Do we have a login for here? Hold on. Oh, it's just open. Never mind. Alright, let's see. Encryptsource.dec. That's a lot of numbers. And it's a lot of numbers. I'm kind of curious if there's like a way to actually manually decrypt this, given just these numbers, but I don't think I have the patience for that on stream right now. I should have downloaded that file. Encryptsource.dec. And meanwhile, I'll check out their website. DEC Solutions. This looks so professional, it's incredible. Protect your company's secrets, secure communications, and exchange sensitive data with confidence with our DEC encryption suite. Cool. There's a firewall. And there's no trace. Hold on, I'm gonna make a call here. Solve encrypt. God, I'm so smart. Right, I wanted to try out the... I keep mistyping. That is exactly the same thing as the one I already have. Hold on. I need to... Oh, I'm not on my local host. Oh well. Just port hack in. Conceptually... Well... It does one thing very well, I think, and that is the idea of like having to navigate through different systems and combining like information from the stuff you find and just kind of digging around. That part definitely. From a technical side, there are some people who would probably manage to actually hack some stuff similarly to the way Hacknet does it, but those are what we call script kiddies, because the way you do stuff in this game is you find programs to exploit certain things, and that's all you can do. And so the hacking is more of like a script kiddie type thing. You're not really developing any exploits yourself, which is what I would consider real hacking. So, depending on your understanding of hacking and such, I would say it's somewhere between very and somewhat accurate. Alright, but let's see what we have here. README. Alright, cool. Thank you. The staff memo is encrypted. Oh, these are all encrypted. Do we have any cool... There's a mainframe that's connected here. Also, one thing that I really love about this game is that it uses nmap as in command, which is a real program that you use in actual, like, port scanning environments. Well, not environments, but you know what I'm saying. It is a real program that actually does the thing that it does in game. I gotta delete that second SQL thing. Come on. Yeah, it's honestly pretty useful. Even for like non-hacking purposes. I've used it a bunch to like... there was one time where I had a device in my home network that I didn't recognize, and I used it to kind of like see what was open, what wasn't. And do some reconnaissance on that. Alright, there's... Oh, decipher.exe. That seems interesting. Staff memo. Alright. New policies. Sensitive company data should be encrypted at all times. Well, whoever A. Carey is did a terrible job at doing that. And cybersec interests you? Well, you know, there has been this thing. I've been kind of tempted to make some YouTube videos about like certain cybersec or just IT-sec topics. Specifically the first like trigger that I had. Hold on, I want to see how this decipher thing works. I think I just give it the file name, right? Yeah, it's just doing its thing. There are so many people who believe that having someone's IP address is like a terrible thing. And they'll go around and boasting with it, like if you have someone's IP address and shit. And I feel a very strong need to rid the world of that misunderstanding. And I've been meaning to make a video on it, like an explain type video, for ages, and I've just never gotten around to it. Oh, this is real source code, hold on. And there's a passcode, which is interesting. And it's a U short, which is extremely interesting, because that limits it to 16 bits. Alright, I'm not gonna read through all of this, but a 16-bit key is probably one of the worst things you could find in any reasonably secure encryption text. Alright. Have a good after work time, Nick. I'll see you around. What was I supposed to do? Upload it to the drop server, right? Upload home Encrypt source to CS. There we go. And that should be it. Contract successful. Current ranking is 90 out of 100. New asset added. Oh, we got the theme changer. I already had that, I think from the DLC, but oh well, either way. Where is CSEC? I'm gonna have to... It's the crossroads. Am I... Oh my god, I'm gonna... That's the asset server, there it is. God damn it. Also, I saw there's a user list here. Bit is here. Assass Attack, Dark Crusader, Knickknack. For a moment I thought that said Simone. But it's Simo 2000. That's wacky. Alright. Contract listing. There's some locked ones here. Decrypt a secure transmission. A secure file was sent to a CSEC member who has no means of decrypting it. They have the needed passwords for the job. Alright, let's see what that is. We're just doing a lot of decryption stuff right now. A friend sent over some details of a job we're on, but threw it under encryption, and I just don't have the means of getting it open. It's up on the crossroads as cexecontact.dec. Password should be whatever that is. Alright, let's see. CEXE contact. Decipher CEXE contact. It's probably gonna tell me that I need a password, right? Yes. Which should be that if I remember correctly. And there it goes. And we're done. Slash home. God damn it. What is happening? I'm pressing the wrong button. What? My keyboard layout just changed in the middle of me playing. That was very strange. No, not the DAC. What did I just do? Did I decrypt it on the like remote? Fucking course I did. Alright, well I guess we'll just do that again locally and then I'll upload it again. I could have just like SCP'd it from the other server, but this is probably still faster. .txt. There we go. Alright. That was a very quick one. Let's see. Oh my god. Add a death row record for a family member. That seems pretty serious. I might do that after. Compromise an EOS device. That seems a bit more easygoing right now. Jailbreak. This will be kept current. A client has requested that we search the computer and devices of a given target for what they are calling a registration ID. They believe it will be stored on an EOS device synced to the target's home computer link attached. Once you have this ID, respond here with it and we'll handle the rest. Alright. Simple enough. SMTP, FTP sprint. And SSH crack is ready. Alright. And signal scramble, and also get the... Actually, I might not be able to do the signal scramble. I get the EOS device scan up and running. Also just check around here. Docs. Here's the e-phone. Now I can put up the signal scramble. Lab nightmare. And cell count is much higher than last time. And that's a bit concerning. Alright. But, let's check out the phone. I think Alpine, right? No, admin Alpine. And that's it. Notes, IDs. That's some Steam keys. AX1BB7. I'm very curious if those were actually Steam keys at one point. I might have to check that out after the stream, that would be funny. AX1BB7. Let's see if I remembered. AAX1BB7. Contract successful. We're just cruising through these contracts. That's crazy. Are these two related? Add a death row record for family member or remove a fabricated death row record? We'll check that out later. Track an encrypted file. I think we've located a way to track down where these encrypted files were encoded. Alright. They have been giving me like IP addresses every time I decrypt one. Let's store the IP where they were encoded at. Presumably for debug purposes, blah blah blah. And find a way to read these headers. Employees might have a way. Alright. There we go. Let's see. Also, I love how these three almost perfectly max out my RAM usage. And that's really cool. What do we have? Work, decipher, header analysis. It's seriously getting out of hand. The first of the problems actually being able to pick encryption without the proprietary tool, and on this. Reading the headers is still a big problem. Yeah, it's a huge security concern. Thanks very much. I don't care. That's what you love to see as a hacker. DC hand. DC hand.exe. Does this just give me the headers? Yes, it does. Alright. I'll reply now. Got something good, yes. CSEC encode 1.dc. Right, it's on the Crossroads server, got it. DC had a CSEC encode 1.dec. Alright. So we have the IP address. I don't know if... what exactly... I found it wrong. It was encoded and track that password down. Alright. So we're breaking into that system. 6182.245. Microsoft Workhorse Server. FTP Sprint. Web 80. SQL 1433. Oh, it works perfectly as well. Insane. And there we go. And spin up signal scramble. No, don't probe the system, stupid. Work logs. Encode file. Oh my god. Oh, we can just check around. WinCE firmware specs, I think, was the one, right? I'm just gonna debug non-release. That file name has me a little bit concerned, but alright. Password should be beep beep. Contract successful. Beautiful. Sick password. Props to whoever made the choice on that one. Investigate a CSEC member's disappearance. Now that sounds interesting. Bit, a well-regarded member of CSEC and a personal friend of many people here, dropped off grid over 2 weeks ago and hasn't made contact with anyone. While numerous private investigations are no doubt underway, I'd like to make this an official CSEC posting for anyone that wants to help. We're looking for any information we can get regarding his disappearance, or ideally current state. I believe this will progress the story. I think I want to poke around some other CSEC missions first. I want to check out the death row missions first. A family member of an executed individual has approached us looking to have their death row record added to the official listings. The sentence apparently had some shady dealing behind it. They strongly implied it was unjustly ruled, and it seems the efforts to mask it have left the record off the official listings. In their words, at the very least, we'd like his last words preserved. Note, this assignment is flagged as being unusually complex, requiring manual database record manipulation. The CSEC admins recommend leaving this task for Unix terminal veterans. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Unjust absence. Alright. John Borman. Alright. A template record has been uploaded into the CSEC asset server. Copy it, edit it locally, and upload it once in. Remember to correctly rename the file. Alright, I'm just gonna open up the record details. Home templates. Death row database template. File naming scheme. Alright, we'll check that out later. Template. SCP template.txt. Record number. Alright. Do we have a Do we have a record number? Hold on. Template. Replace. Template txt. First name. Oh, do I need to put it in quotes? Probably. John. Borman for last name. Record number. Do we have a record number? I don't think we have a record number. I might have to check in here to see what that looks like. Oh, that's a lot. Alright, what are we dealing with here? Firewall. Oh my god, just do the up arrow. AHS AHSU NYAG. There we go. FTP sprint. I'll close the notes for now. Alright. I'm just gonna wait for the SQL thing to do its thing, and then signal scramble. And we should be fine. DR database. Records. Okay, this is just any number. Apparently. Yeah, and this is not here. Alright. Let's see. Don't probe my own system. I don't want to do that. I just want to go to the template. Replace template txt. Record number. What do we make the... Can we make the record number anything? Or 2069? And last word... I'm ready, Warden. Alright, let's see. Last words. Oh, I deleted too much. The cursor is a bit finicky. I'm ready, Warden. Alright. Then... I should have downloaded the renaming. Don't probe this. It's in here, right? Home templates. Yes. File naming scheme. Last name underscore first name and then record number in brackets. Alright. Can do that. Template. Already messed up. Borman, John, brackets, for 2069. And that should... Admin Texas. That is the password for this, that's incredible. Alright, and then we upload /home /Borman John. And now, theoretically, do we see it? Or did I miss something? No, he's not here. Hold on, did I mess up something? Let's see, templates. Maybe I forgot something. Right. That seems fine. Oh, it's just at the very top. Oh. Alright. There we go. And that should be that. Contract successful. Hell yeah. Damn. So, I'm guessing, now that I'm already in the records database, I might as well take this one. Cleanup job to remove some false information a hacker planted in the death row database. For reasons unknown, a false duplicated record has been added to the death row records. Likely it's some sort of identity theft or griefing plan. Like this false record removed. Alright. Joseph Fellman. Clear duplication of Alva Curry's. Alright. I'm not sure if I like the wording here. Clear duplication, clearly the original. I'm feeling like I might be deleting the original and having this pinned on someone else. But alright. Who am I to judge? I just do the work. That is not what I wanted to open. Fellman Joseph. And Curry Alma. They do have the same last words. Actually, everything here is the same. That's interesting, but I'm getting paid to remove Fellman's records. So, that's exactly what I'll be doing. Contract successful. 40 of 100. We're moving up. Alright, maybe I can squeeze in one more mission. Rent a strange looking server. Security looks a bit tighter than I can manage, so I didn't test it, but someone here might want to check it out. That seems fun. And maybe somewhat quick. Alright. Server with some scanning software. It's got a trace on it. Alright. Let's see what we're working with. Oh my god. Alright. Jesus fuck, maybe this isn't as quick and easy as I thought it would be. Alright. Current IP address is known. I'm not exactly sure what to do. I don't remember this happening. Alright, we have a mainframe IP, 68.144.93.18. 1443. 1433. My god. Oh, the fucking visuals of the screen coming down is insane. And the music is so good too. Alright, port tac. We're getting this. Let's search for IP. 218, 52, 33, 218. Assign new IP. IP address successfully reset. Foreign trace averted. Preparing for system reboot. Alright. So that was something. Not quite what I expected. Literally the shortest trace that I've ever seen. Okay, cool. It is super secure. Administrators have flagged your account with permissions to accept a critical contract. This is listed as CSEC on the listings page. Be aware that accepting of this contract may be either time-consuming or require confidentiality and a separation from other projects. Right. Gotcha. Contract successful. Alright. Project Junebug. This seems interesting. I also just got a notification. Sorry about that. We're gonna continue on this after a short ad break. And I'll use the time to rehydrate myself as well. And I'll see you guys in about 3 to 5 minutes. Once I manage to find my Be Right Back screen. There we go. And we're back. So, during the break time, I was kind of thinking about how I want to continue. And I think I'm just gonna go all in on the stream today. And I'm gonna actually go through all these missions, try to 100% clear this game as much as I can. And maybe we'll just have one really long Hacknet stream. But if that's gonna be the way it is, then so it shall be. So, let's check out Silent Cybersecurity. It's apparently framing an innocent hacker for a recent firmware failure. We need you to correct their error on behalf of an anonymous beneficiary. Alright. Silence. I just realized the pun there as I said it out loud. A good friend of mine in the cybersecurity field has been framed for an attack she did not commit. Silent Cybersecurity is forming a report on the issue that I'd like replaced with my own variant. I have sent my own report to the CSEC admins. Encrypted report is uploaded to the hub server now. Yeah. 022 incident. It should mirror their own structure quite closely so that one knows the swap. You should access their internal services server linked to find the report with the same name, delete it, and replace it with the one I've uploaded to CSEC. After that, you'll need to take care of their backup. Visit their automated backup server, also linked, and if possible, just corrupt their archive rather than deleting it outright. It should be the most recent one. 2_Q2 if my research is correct. Corrupting it by replacing some binary contents with letters or some such would work just fine. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. Alright, let's see. First we get the report. SCP-PA-022 incident. Alright, internal services first. Of course, a proxy. I'm gonna need some shells for these. Also, I never realized that once I've hacked in, I actually have the admin password. I just now realized that. That's really funny. Oh, the ISP management server is also here. That's interesting. Sure. Let's overflow proxy from my ISP management server. That sounds fun. And of course there's a trace. FTP Sprint 21. 340. Administrator account lost somewhere, that's fine. SMTP. SSL Trojan 433 minus F21. And then we have a web server on port 80. And an SQL on 1433 that I don't have enough memory for. And then once that's done, we run port hack. And boot up Signal Scramble immediately. And there it is. Projects investigations. RMPA incident. Upload /home/PA. There we go. Whitelist glitches also sounds interesting, but I don't think you can actually open up zip files in this game. Alright, so that's part 1 done. Now for the archives. Of course, another proxy. And only 2 ports. FTP sprint and SSH. Oh, a very fast trace actually. Holy shit. Spin up signal scramble. We can do this. Thank God. Oh my God. Even with signal scramble up, this thing is going significantly faster than anything else. Alright, archives. It was 2Q1, right? I'm gonna have to check this again. 2Q2. This server.txt. There's no 2Q2. Now that's interesting. Also, I want to see this theme. Rain. Oh, that does actually look really cool. It's gonna take some getting used to, and to have it on this side, everything, but surely it'll be fine. Do we have any other... There's no devices connected here. Q2 is not here. Am I dumb? Mission incomplete, that makes sense. 2_Q2. I guess this research just wasn't correct then. Cat 2Q1. All right. Surely that'll be enough destruction. Contract successful. So what's just his research that was wrong? Alright, good to know. Oh, the colors are like super different now. Investigate a medical record. Settle an argument. So I may or may not have gotten involved in a bit of an internet shout-off with someone who's posting clearly photoshopped pictures of... You know, it doesn't really matter. Look, I need a legit medical record of this guy to settle it all in dramatic fashion. I'd like to get it myself, but I made those intentions pretty clear, and you know how CSEC is with stuff like that. Hey, Maybe, welcome. Yes, we're playing Hacknet. Well, I'm replaying it. I already played it, but I was a dumb kid when I last played it, so I'm kind of just revisiting it now. Anyway, can you help me out? This name's Jonas Sandberg. The medical database has a tool to send records to people. Could you flick a copy to gila@gmail.com? Alright. Let's see. Proxy and firewall, very interesting. This seems pretty big. I didn't type nmap correctly. Slow proxy, but no trace. I can't analyze. I can analyze even if the proxy's not bad at reading. And that's kind of what my issue in this is. Yeah. I feel like I've skipped out on a lot of like little details that I didn't recognize that kind of made me look stupid when I did realize. Hold on. Medicate. The fucking firewall password is Medicate. Alright. Web server worm 80. I'm gonna close these off. FTP sprint is fast. Oh, I don't even get a say in the matter. Because the last open port is medical services and I don't have a tool for that. SQL buffer overflow, 1433. Insufficient memory. I need to download more RAM for this thing. But on the plus side, even if you're bad at reading, the music in this game is a banger. Alright. Records lookup. Enter patient name. Jonas Sandberg. Patient has an acute case of testicular elephantitis. First noted at age 8. Treatment has been applied regularly since to great effect. The swelling of affected regions is incredibly noticeable. Excellent hygiene practices and continued treatment has made it manageable. Oh boy. Recipient address. Am I... What is... Oh, specify. I have to click the button to start typing. Kila@gmail.com. I have also heard of Greyhack. I don't think Nick is in the stream anymore. He said he was heading out because work was done, but... I'm curious. This probably doesn't do anything, right? No, that would have been funny though if I could look at my own medical records. But I imagine they wouldn't register me under my online name, so that makes sense. But yeah, I have heard so much about Greyhack. I've only ever looked at the like Steam page and never checked it out myself properly, so maybe one day. Damn. Yeah. Contract successful. We just proved a very large schlong. Might have to figure out the email address on that guy later. Anyway, teach an old dog new tricks. Let's do that. Needs a degree to add it to his resume. Single player is hard enough and then there's multiplayer. See, the thing is, I used to be very strong on a certain game called Hacknet, which is also a multiplayer hacking game type thing. A lot of people from that community actually also know about Greyhack and stuff, so I don't know how much overlap there is. But the Hacknet community was pretty intense. The main thing of Hacknet specifically is that you can actually write your own code in the game. So it's not just a little coding. There's people who have built like entire networks of stuff. Like infrastructure for their hacking stuff. Totally automated. People have gone out of their way to run real life servers to automate stuff inside the game. That's the extent to which Hackmud is intense in terms of multiplayer. And I used to play it a lot. I've not been part of the community for a long time because I had some other stuff to deal with and kind of ran out of motivation and time for it, but it was pretty intense. Alright, but let's check in with this DSEC assignment. It's good to have friends in high places in digital security companies, especially friends that know nothing about computer security. One such very friendly individual has recently been contacted by an agent, and we need a small show of power to win him over. We'd like you to give him a new degree from his local university in Manchester. John Stalver, Masters in Digital Security, Manchester University, GPA 3.0 or higher. Alright, let's see what we have here. International Academic Database. How are you looking? Firewall detected. Of course, there's a trace. A CAD. Academic. Academic is the solution. FTP sprint 21. I'm just gonna close the notes for a moment. I very much know of the Bank of Zeds, but how do you? Have I activated a sleeper agent? A Hacknet sleeper agent? I'm sure you weren't active in like the Discord or anything, because I would definitely recognize your name if you were. Unless you were in there like in the past 2 years. I did make the comeback back when I think Pirate Software showed the game off like last April or May, around that time. And that kind of prompted me to get back to it after a very long hiatus. But that lasted until like August or something, and since then I've not really been active in the community either. Name. John Stalvern. Fun fact, I actually had all the way back in like 2017, 2018, I had my own like semi-official event puzzle thing in Hacknet that people eventually got very upset over, because back then I was just a dumb kid and doing stupid shit. But there were like specific upgrades, specific lambs that were given out only for that event, and I think DTR still has my Sign It of the Puzzle Master, which is something you get for making like an official-ish event thing. But yeah. Let's fill in this academic record. Manchester University. Degree. Masters in Digital Science. Not Science. Security. My gosh. GPA. Oh yeah. Also, I have zero idea what a GPA is. I'm just... Let's just give him a 4. I'm sure that's fine. Alright. And with that... I had the Game Jam notification pop up on my like Steam news thing. Current ranking is 1 out of 100. I'm at the top of the leaderboard, baby. Hell yes. Alright, well... Wipe clean an academic record is exactly the thing I would be doing next. Jacob Stevens. Wiped completely of all degrees. Jacob Stevens. Oh, I'm not logged in. Hold on. No, don't probe. Log in. Excuse me? Log in. Yeah. No, all my... Because I upload my VODs to YouTube as well, but... Jacob Stevens. They've all been claimed. There we go, delete. And it's gone. Just like that. Years of academic training. Just wiped. And I feel no regret. Alright. 3 more missions. Help an aspiring writer. Let's see what that's about. I'm very curious. A convincing application. A writer wants to get a draft of their latest work to a producer and has had some trouble getting past secretaries and the like. He wants us to just break in and drop his work in the target script to review folder so his gets looked at. His script, FOF screenplay.doc, and uploaded to the Crossroads. Also provide an encrypted script and that his was to compete with and that we can use to trace. It's also on the Crossroads T2 screenplay. Alright. Let's see. The what? The DLs? Does that mean downloads? Because if so, I'm not sure what you mean. Oh yeah, we played the DLC already. I finished that in the last Hacknet stream. DSC had T2 screenplay. That should give us the IP address. Well, you know, the VOD is still up on YouTube if you're really curious. I want some background noise for an hour or two. SCP, FOF screenplay. Also, can we talk about how these files are named correctly, but in the email they mistyped screenplay twice? That's kind of funky, but alright. 37, 187, 2755. Lackbook Pro, I love that name. Firewall. DAN. Danger. Solve danger. People make mistakes. What does that mean? It sounds very ominous. Or is that in relation to something I just said and immediately forgot about because dog brain? Hack the box stuff? Like the real hack the box? Like the website? Because if so, yes. FOF screenplay. Oh, the spelling mistakes, right. Yeah, I've seen that one. No, it's much faster than I anticipated. You miss cybersec stuff? Well, I'm currently employed in the field of cybersec, so this is exactly my cup of tea, but did you do like professional cybersec stuff or just as a hobby? I'm genuinely curious now. Meanwhile, I'll open up Project Junebug. Incredibly delicate situation has come up. Skilled anonymous outside agent. Alright. Let's see what Project Junebug is about. Part of education. Yeah, I see. I mean, you can still do it as a hobby. Given you have the time for it, that is. This isn't a normal request and we're not going to treat it as such. We've been asked to perform a euthanization. Obviously, we sent out a few others to dig up data on it, and a few from outside groups, so as not to raise suspicion. Some time ago, and largely speaking, it's come back all clear. It seems the man in question, one Elliot Witt, is hospitalized in considerable pain and, against his wishes, has been denied the option of death. A failed attempt by his family earlier has prevented them from performing subsequent efforts until a member proposed this option. It seems the pacemaker he is fitted with allows remote access with proper authorization, and they believe this may be an avenue to fulfill this request. Naturally, I just bit my tongue, sorry. Naturally, given the nature of this request, we can accept that you may not want to be involved. Reply with deny in your response and we will remove you from the project. If you do decide to help us with this matter, you should know that it will likely take some amount of investigation and testing, given that, as far as we know, this has never before been attempted. We recommend starting it with the target's medical record and identifying the chip, looking for its manufacturers and going from there. Alright. That sounds like fun. Gonna be killing them out today. Am I logged in? The password for the medical database is Cody, and that's beautiful. No, not random entry. Search. Elliot Witt. Due to recurring critical arithmetic problems in the patient's heart, they have been fitted with a pacemaker that can allow for some fine-tuning to account for unknown variables without invasive surgery. 2 Debian clients on a separated subnet at school. The checking server where we had to harden the two with client and server. That actually sounds really cool. I didn't actually have that much specific like security lab stuff in my college, which is a bit of a shame. I mainly didn't sign up for it because of the teacher, but I ended up doing a lot of like other extracurricular stuff related to security. Alright, let's see. Documentation and notes. I'm gonna add those IPs because I'm not gonna remember them. 202.6, 141, 219, and we'll connect 66, 96, 147, 84. Right. Documentation. Remote tools. It can be connected to remotely. The system is hard locked to only accept binary update packages signed by the build server of the chip's assigned software designer. Alright. Alright, security and clearances, that seems interesting. Clearing security to perform a firmware update once the signed binary has been retrieved. Login as administrator using details that have been assigned on per case basis by the client. Oh yeah, I did actually participate in an event like that once. That was pretty fun. I think my team ended up coming second out of like 6, so that was pretty cool. Right. Firmware and patching. Central server. 105.22.1. Let's see what we have here. I need to close this. Alright. Is it just me, or does the SMTP overflow visuals look kind of broken with this theme? Like there's white lines on top of the green ones. That doesn't seem quite right. KLSBT tests. Test guide. Current sign testing firmware names. Pacemaker firmware cycle test. Alright. That seems like something we might need. Because I assume cycle tests aren't gonna be great at keeping a person alive. As a first year in graduation CTF at school. Oh hell yeah. That is really cool. I did actually finish first in the CTF once in like 3rd year of college. And I got a pixel art Zelda lamp out of it, which was really cool. And the year after, I think I came 3rd, and from that I got a physical copy of Game Dev Tycoon. Because as it turns out, maybe I shouldn't dox myself. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. The developers of Game Dev Tycoon actually went to the same college as I did, which is something I didn't know until that CTF. But yeah. Alright. Let's see, I'm gonna connect myself to the 202.6.141.219. I'm guessing, yeah, I need the medical services thing. For which I don't currently have a thing. Unless you have something. I'm not even at the right guy, am I? This is something completely different. That's the pacemaker. Maybe I should look in here. Or did I already log in here? No, I haven't. Alright. NAMP. NAMP! The same typo twice. Let's see what we have here. Solve BIO Biogel. Interesting. SMTP 25. Only got a data job so far, doing all kinds of dodgy stuff at work too. Dodgy stuff sounds interesting, though I imagine that's under an NDA. Alright, I need to get that signal scrambled up fast. Come on. Alright. There's just a bunch of IRC logs in here. closed listings. Config caution. Right, of course. Alright, so that was useless. No, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Remote tools. Does it say anything about where I can get the software to access this kind of thing? I guess not. Well, damn. Fair enough. Intake, internal. Nothing here either, by the looks of it. Right, this is just about the test stuff. Oh my god. Our support teams need wildcard access to our systems. Alright. E-admin. 1086. Don't tell me that works in here. I mistyped, I think. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that is fun, messing with undocumented API stuff. I've done that myself quite a few times. Hold on, I'm a bit confuzzled right now. Yeah, I'm doing the pacemaker hack right now, but I'm a bit unsure where to go from here. Is there anything I couldn't get into except for the pacemaker? Because I did get in here. Admin stupid. I haven't scanned any of these. Oh my god. Asset server. E-admin. 1086. That didn't work. That's fine. I'm not sure where I'm going to be using that, but I'll probably be using that somewhere. I do, actually. That does ring a bell. Solve. Oh, it's just the same. SSH crack 22, FTP sprint 21. Close the notes for now. SMTP. Should probably be doing that. Yeah, it would make it too easy. Not looking for a quick way out. But I guess for the sake of the stream, I can show it off eventually. Alright. Home, production, output. PBT port test. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Oops, I opened my Steam overlay. Alright. I think it was just 4 of these, right? Yeah, cheater stash. There it is. If you wanted to, you could just open this up, log in here, and get every single program there is. Though I think I already have all of these now. Yeah, I actually have every single program that's on here. And, I did get hit with the... I don't know where it was, but there was a mission before that had a really fast trace. That I haven't bothered with. I'm sure there's something. I never actually understood how the trap button works in this game with the shells. That is probably necessary for this specific one. But, alright, view monitor. Alright. Firmware. Firmware administration access required. Log in first. Oh, this is where I use it. I forgot what the password was. I just took a screenshot. Accidentally. If only it looked also nice. RL, yeah. Hold on, where was it? It was in here, right? File system, projects, internal, 1086. Alright. View monitor, login, admin, 1086. Surely that'll work, yes. Administrative firmware. Oh, I should probably upload the firmware first, right? Home / pacemaker firmware cycle test. I don't know if that's in the right folder. Obviously it's not. Alright. Remote monitor, view monitor, firmware, pacemaker, firmware, cycle test. This is gonna kill a man. But it's what he wants. Confirm activation. Ripperoni. Not the words I would have used, but... Firmware update complete. Oh, Jesus Christ. And there he goes. I don't even want to know what it feels like to have a heart rate of 500. Oh my god. Alright, well... It's done. It's what he wanted. Let's finish off the mission. Alright. Also, the fact that the music actually stops as you do that is vicious. The game really makes you feel what you just did. But... Oh my god, sorry. I had to change my seating position because my ass was hurting. Alright. Let's see. So this is a bit unorthodox, but I pulled some strings. You'll be the one that did the bid contract. What? You'll be the one that did the bid contract before. Looking what happened there. I'm after some more information, and I want the same person on it. If you're getting this, it means you've just finished your assigned contract, so we're good to go. And to be frank, the term pulling strings with CSEC isn't something you really used lightly. And in this case, it's even more so. You got results fast, and I want you on this case too. More collaboratively this time. If I sound confident, you'll want to join in here. I've got good reason for it. There's a very substantial incentive waiting for you on the CSEC asset server. Oh boy. Well, that mission must have been unusually personal then. DX122DX. Get a copy and reply me back. Admins are paranoid about their security. Alright. Tracekill.dec. Let's see what this is about. File system. Is it in bin? Tracekill. Alright. And then decipher. Tracekill. DX1. What was it? 112? DX? Yes, it was. I may have dog brain, but one singular time my memory served me well. Move tracekill to /bin /tracekill. Invalid path. Do you just want me to... I just made a buy folder. Oh my god. There we go. That was strange. Special communication training, medical lab tech, and ICT software engineering. I'm not gonna lie, that does sound pretty exciting, but I imagine that's not always exactly fun. Alright, Tracekill, as the name suggests, diverts active traces against you while it's running. It should make your work much easier. Let's begin. I've done some digging. After the last set, you saw that message too. You knew what was going on. Anyway, just the idea that whatever happened was linked to his work was enough to start with. I did some tracking and ended up with a bit of a list of his servers or relays. Can't know how many of them are just virtual boxes running off the same machine, but it's a good start. The most promising one is linked at the end of this. It's a personal work server, something he was using to privately host copies of the version control repositories he was working on apparently. This in itself might be a clue. Who keeps the backups of a corporate VC solution? Only 3 cases I can think of. Either you're responsible if they fuck it up and you're surrounded by incompetence and you want to be secure. You need your backups and logs for legal reasons, or you're worried about something and want records in case something goes down. Whatever's the case, this seems like the place to start digging. Want to take a look? I've had a poke around but didn't turn up anything substantial. Can't decrypt the repo dumps. Alright. Bitwise repo base. Proxy detected, of course. There it is. And I only need 4 ports, which is actually pretty neat. I'm gonna close the shells. FTP sprint 21. And then I'm sure SMTP is actually faster than SQL. Alright. There we go, and signal scramble. Now let's see what we're dealing with. Work. Decipher. HN. Repo archive. I don't have memory for it, that's fine. I won't get traced quickly enough anyway. There's a password. I guess I'll just download it then. Nothing else on here that seems interesting. Alright. Mission incomplete, that makes sense. Bitoid's repo base. Can I scan you? There's nothing here. EOS device scan. Nothing there either. Can we get the headers without the password? Yes, we can. NTech repository backup. 156, 151, 59, 35. Inviolability error. Now that's interesting. Send over the AP address if anything strange. Alright, let's do that. 156, 151, 59, 35. I've been around for a while, but I've never seen anything like this. It's a bit early to call it unbreakable, but this is new, different. Antech, they make what, a pretty mediocre antivirus? If they were selling whatever this is, they'd be making a fortune. Their front-end stuff doesn't have anything this fancy. I'm going to get digging from the web server and see what point this new stuff starts. It looks like it's deep enough in that they're trying to hide it for some reason. No idea why. It looks like they'll be a huge hassle to get past. Companies love that stuff. This is new and flashy too. Suspicious as hell. Take a look on your end and see how far you can get in there. I don't know if it's just me, but this feels like a way better lead than I was even hoping for. Ping me back when you think you've seen as much as you can. Be thorough. Alright. NTech International Security Solutions. That seems interesting. Let's see what we can dig up. Trace on this one is slightly faster. Also, I gotta keep the time in mind, because Twitch is forcing me to run an ad pretty soon. Let's see what we have here. Bunch of RC logs are useless. Absolutely nothing here. But we have a bunch of linked systems. Alright, cool. NTech Zeus, N Workstation Core, NTech Mail Server. Alright, we're just getting started. I see how it is. NTech Zeus. Inviolability. NTech Mail Server. Probably the same, right? Yeah, of course. N Workstation Core. Just one port. With a fast trace, but that should be fine with the signal scramble. Alright. Workstation core. Again, just a bunch of Data files. Nothing on here. Scan. There are so many workstations here, my god. Alright, I think we're gonna have to wait with that until after the ad break, because I'm not gonna be finishing these off for a while. If they're all the same. But we'll see. Alright. It's ad break time. I might end up taking a bit longer break than the usual 3 minutes, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys after the ad break, and we'll be back shortly. Alright. We're back. It didn't take that much longer. So, we have a lot of workstations to crawl through. Or maybe. Workstation 8 is the only one that doesn't lock me out completely. Proxy and firewall. Wait. Hold on, I just... I'm gonna be using a dead guy's pacemaker to overload the proxy of this workstation. I can't say I feel great about that, but it is a little funny. You need to get his stream stuff set up. And do you do live streams? C, D, Z, B, N, F. Alright. God damn it. I opened up my Steam overlay again. Tuesday I try at least. I see. I should really be around on Twitch as a viewer more often. Because most of the time, when I am on Twitch, I just... Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Am I gonna make this? My god. When I'm on Twitch, I only exclusively stream. It has been months since I last actually watched a Twitch stream. Hacknet's core. Comp bin. Met stream ref. Alright. Store server IPs. Oh my god. This is gonna be a funky one, isn't it? Yeah. 156, 151, 11. And 156, 151, 112. Alright. Prometheus. I don't know what this is about. D88 VANX NNX. But surely it has some relevance. And this stuff is boring. Alright. Connect. 156, 151, 11. And this is Prometheus. Did we get the admin password? D88 VANNX. Yes, we did. NSEC project. Alright. Have a good one, Mivy. Thanks for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you around. I'm not sure if I'll still be streaming by then. Maybe if I haven't finished the game yet by then, but yeah, I'll see you around. NSEC Inviolability Project. OS level security layer through which all authentication attempts and admin commands pass that provides a uniquely protective level of security for systems against all conventional and many unconventional penetration and security breaching methods. It aims to be completely transparent to end users, except in the case of emergency updates which are maintained by NTech or on a subscription basis, and provide absolute security to sensitive and confidential systems. Paired with the Hacknet project, which seeks to demonstrate the flaws in current security systems, NSEC shows clearly why it should and will be the new accepted minimum standard of true digital security and confidence. Oh boy. Alright. And that's interesting. Hacknet Connect. And so these guys made Hacknet. And so they can sell their own security shit. It's what I'm gathering from this. Are you seeing this network? There's that new security scattered about in almost everything, but I'm picking my way through it. There are still a few holes, but progress is slow. I've attached the AP of what I'm looking into now. From the side I'm coming at it from, I can't see any cracks in it yet. Are you having any luck? If you find its admin paths, reply to this email with it. I get the feeling that the server's the key to where Bit fits into all this. And the talk of this Hacknet project showing up is kind of worrying too. Have you ever heard of that? A whole OS rewrite. You can look into that later. For now, see if you can find a way into this relay. We'll work out our next step after that. I'd probably look around for their production and store servers, Prometheus, Romulus, etc. A way in might be anywhere though. Good luck. Alright, well we did just get into Prometheus. And that was this one. And it's just connected to the mail server. I'm just gonna do an EOS device scan, because I randomly saw it mentioned in the files. Oh my! That was actually useful. Alright, I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna delete this one. NTech test phone. Login. Admin. Alpine. What do we have here? Apps. Notes. Passes. Passes 113. Interesting. Mail. I'm just gonna nstanford@ntech.com. Murloc33. Alright, and then there was a second one. Yeah, because there's nothing left on here. That's interesting. Admin. Alpine. Notes. Right, that's the standard. Usage. This device is deliberately insecure for testing purposes. Remote creation test. Very cool. Nothing in mail. Alright. We did also find the other IP address that I'm just gonna connect to once, so I have it in my node list. Romulus, and of course it's inviolability error. Alright, let's see if we can get anywhere with Stanford. Murloc33. Let me say that progress has been exceptional. Despite some setbacks we run into with the connections module, we've come out of it still within our goal deadline margins. You've all done great work. 0 points established earlier being addressed by outside contractors. It's been enlightening for everyone. It's the right way to address problems. Pushing current system to the limits. Huge bounds in progress. Alright, cool. Concerns and responses. One of our engineers has expressed concerns about the redirection of the project. I quote, "If used maliciously, this could be an extremely dangerous tool we're building. Unless you can guarantee that distribution will be extremely carefully tracked and monitored, I'm not sure I can continue work on the project in good faith." It's an exceptional point, and in the interest of transparency, something I want to talk about with the whole company. As I said before, this distribution locking and tracking was something we identified early on in the design as something troublesome. One of the inherent problems with building powerful tools is their misuse comes with powerful consequences. This problem area is one of the instances where I felt engaging outside experts help was our best course of action, and they are one of the ones showing great results. I don't have the finished product to demonstrate yet. Rest assured that it's an issue I'm aware of and want to keep talking about. For now, all builds come with a security tracer embedded that automatically activates at random intervals, helping track rogue builds even in this early stage. Alright, Romulus password. Romulus is H7GGNKL2. Alright. That's nice. Welcome to the Hacknet team. I want to give everyone a bit more context. It's been designed from the ground up as groundbreaking computer security examination penetration testing framework. Hacknet is a marketing device, but as an individual product, it's one of the most ambitious and powerful anti-sec tools ever created. Fun! I currently work on 2 big projects. More detail on blah blah blah. Security Suite and Hacknet. Alright, cool. So, H7GGNKL2. Let's see what we have in here. Contractors bit. Hacknet project bit report. Not sure how long you want this report to be, so I'll be keeping it pretty curt. Progress is good. My section's progressing mostly as planned in that it works and it's passing most of your test cases. I've run into a few issues that require me to decentralize it. New versions of it will talk to a Hearth server, which will crunch and send back solutions to some of these trickier cases. Being able to ping them for a second perspective, I think this will give me some more options to get around stuff like whitelist servers. I've got this thing running. There's my HeartLink prototype uploaded here too. It gave me pretty free reign, so I assume this is fine. Let me know if there are any problems. Alright, and all the encrypted stuff is on here as well. Alright. Security tracer. Gotcha. Contractor upload guides. Cool. Contractor server. NTech external contractor relay server. 156, 151, 59, 35. Oh, that's the one we already had. Oh, the password to view the uploaded files. That's right there. AX889 MSJA. Alright, let's see. AX889 MSJA. Nice. Contractors bit heart.dec. Git keep. Very cool. SCP heart.dec. Actually, let's see if we can get any headers from here. Bitwise last words. And the source I'm going to try to decipher it. Of course, it requires a password. Alright, but we have a source. 23, 236, 62, 147. And that's again the repo base. Mission incomplete. Hold on. What does V want from me? And find its admin pass. Oh god, I had it wrote down and then I forgot about it. AX889 MSJA. Wait. Oh god, what did I do? AX889 MSJA and blah. So now I can add a note and just type it off what I had there. There we go. Alright, V, I have a password for you. AX889 MSJA. There we go. This is exactly what I was hoping for. The place has been stripped clean, but for one encrypted file in bits folder, as you've probably seen, but that file, I know how to open it. It's a password he told me a few of us a long time ago that worked on a project with him. He sent us a message encrypted like this back then too. The password's Diving Sparrow. I've already read it. There's an email account I need to check out now too. I suggest you do the same. Download the file and decrypt it locally. Don't leave an open copy of that laying around. And contact me afterwards. It feels like we're reaching the truth and some action. Contact me once you've caught up and let's finish this. Alright. That seems a bit scary. But we shall do so. Decipher, heart, Diving Sparrow. Let's see what this is all about. Heart.txt. I'm writing this in faith that I told you this password, and that you're the person I hope you are, and because it's all I have to work with right now. And thank you for looking so far. It seems a lot to ask for that. It seems a lot to ask for that anyone will read this, but I guess I'm doing a lot of that lately. To business then. If you're actually here, then, well, that's already my worst case, and I have some hard requests to me. You must have run into the files on what NTech's up to, and I hope you feel the way I do about it. You've seen how good NSEC is already, incredibly so, and once it's polished up, I wonder how much of the freedom we have now will slip away. This is maybe actually fine. I'm fine with that, and on a lot of levels I respect them for trying to fix security and want it to work. Even if it cripples what I'm best at, but not like this. And the Hacknet project is the problem. It's great to make good security, it's even kind of okay to hold a lot of control over it and its usage. Breaking everything except what you've made isn't. Before I knew it, I'd contributed too much to Hacknet. It was an incredible project, fun and challenging, and they just threw resources at it endlessly. Amazing to work on, and I made something incredible. It's called Portac, basically a stem of my knowledge and skill. It opens doors just about anywhere. I got curious after a while and broke into the mainframe and put it all together. Maybe the first complete build that's been done of the project with a complete Portac wired in. It's not so hard to see what happens from here. They complete this, Hacknet gets out somehow, the world's in total chaos, and our one chance to stop digital security from falling into this insane monopoly slips away. What we have isn't perfect, and NTech security is good, but Hacknet ruins everything. And if we don't stop it now, it might be too late to stop it ever. The CEO's email account tells the rest. Let's see what that's about. RCBYC89KMME. Where's the... There's the mail server. RC. EYC89 KMME. Oh boy. It's not too fucking late if he's not dead yet. Call this off right now. I'm revoking payment. This isn't what I hired you for. Personal value to the project aside, I'm not going to be a goddamn accessory to murder because of your stupid misunderstanding. Alright, mainframe V19328HQ9. And kill auto pass rotation until you're done. I read those in the wrong order. A former employee's gone rogue and is threatening the project. Unlike most, I'm actually concerned that he knows what he's doing and could be a real problem. As much as I hate being so crude about it, this project is too important to me and to the world to put it at risk over something like this. Can you discourage him? Details are attached. Call him Bit. I've put out the order. Expensive, but he'll be dead within the week. Good to have you on board. What exactly are your plans this time? He's important and well-informed. Dad, what the hell are you talking about? I wanted you to smash up his computers and arrest the guy, not fucking kill him. Call this off right now. This has gone far enough. I'll deal with it myself. The man's a genius. Even if he's against the project, I want him around. Find a way to stop it, for God's sake. If you're serious about this, I'm holding you personally responsible. Don't fuck with me here. It's too late. Can't stop it. It's anonymous. You need to be clear about wording if you want specific action taken. Target is deceased. Oh boy. Well, that's fun. So they didn't even mean to kill him. Or at least the CEO didn't. You've read it too, you know what that means. At the very last, I'm starting with doing whatever I can to finish what Bit started, if this is how it ended. While you found a way into the contractor server, I was digging around for their backups. They stored them offline, but the server auto-connects to the net at set intervals to pull updates down from production servers so they stay up to date. With some clever patch pushing, I think I can get it up. Getting you a connection isn't simple, but I have a plan. I've re-rigged one of my old sequencing programs to time it all for you. It's something I used to coordinate takedowns and like when working with friends. There's an uploaded copy on the CSEC asset server called Sequencer. Run it when you're ready. It'll signal me to bring the backup server up and pipe a connection through to you. You won't have long, but it should be enough. While I keep it online, get to their backup and wipe out everything with the word Hacknet in it. I'll keep it up, and while you're there, I'll wipe the mainframe. If Bit's once gone, this is the best we can do. Fight, win, V. I think I already have the sequencer. Why am I probing this? I can just log in. Excuse me? That was very strange. Alright. Yeah, I already downloaded the sequencer from here. Alright. Mission incomplete. Wait, is it a different sequencer? Okay, just in case, I'm gonna remove my sequencer. And re-download it from the asset server. Bin, sequencer, SCP, sequencer. Alright. Am I stupid? Am I dumb? I think I might be. Did I miss some server? Mail server Zeus. Am I actually done? Hold on. Oh, run in when you're ready. Alright. I am a bit dumb. I didn't read it properly. I'm sorry. Sequencer! There it is, the activate button. Let's fucking do this. Let's delete Hacknet once and for all. Alright, very cool. We have a proxy. I should have set up shells beforehand. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Alright. A bunch of overloads. Meanwhile, analyze the firewall. This is gonna be fun. Solve EMMET. Oh my god, is that a PLACE? Alright. And now, close all the shells. Also close the notes, because we don't need those. SMTP. I don't have fucking RAM. FTP sprint 21. I need the KDT thing to run real fast. I might have just messed this up terribly. Okay, we're halfway down. Come on, come on, come on. Fucking medical bullshit. Alright, SQL. And then we do Portac, and then we're in. We have so little time left. Portac. But we can do this. Search for anything Hacknet related. Hacknet. Anything in here, delete. Anything in here, delete. Anything in here, also delete. NSEC. NSEC is fine, we keep NSEC. Hacknet build tool goes. Home is empty. Log is fucking... might as well. And disconnect. Oh my god. Did we do it? Did I do it? I think I might have. Completion. And so it ends. As revenge, it's shallow to me, just lashing out at what he was, and all too late to help him at all, but this felt right. I guess I should be more used to it. No one will notice, huh? Not except the ones who'll be in a rage over the loss. No one's going to be thanking us, no matter how much damage it might have cost otherwise. And such is the way of things, I guess. You helped a lot, and I'm grateful. There's only so much I can do with this veil of anonymity kept on. And after that seems like a terrible time to shed it. And so I'll see you back at CSEC. There's always chaos there. I'll find a way to pay you back soon enough. Thanks really. V. Email from Bit. Hey, I'm not sure if it's sensible to be writing this one first. If all's gone to plan, this should be basically the last you'll hear from me. Maybe the last anyone hears from me, but hey, this one's optimistic. If this ever gets sent to you, that's the best news I could hope for, so thank you. I can't imagine it'll be easy. Will have been easy? This tense is going to take some getting used to. There's still one last thing I want to ask of you. Not that I haven't asked way too much already. Portac's not quite a standalone thing. It was once, but, well, you can probably understand now why this can't exist as something people can just pass around. Its core, heart, is the last piece left. It's built to be untamperable, but I've done what I can. This is my last request of far too many. Portac.heart. Where's that gone? There it is. Let's see what we're dealing with. Open ports required for hack 0. We're hacking Portac with Portac. Unknown error. It's doing something. Is it deleting itself? I think it is. Yeah, it is. And there it goes. Portac is gone. And with that, Bit's final request completed.
Hi. My name's Bit, and if you're hearing this, I'm already dead. It also means Portac Heart stopped, and my scripts worked. Which means we're finished. Which means you've done it. Doing this now was our last chance, I think. While they're in a rush to finish it all, and not under the eyes of the whole world yet. So, thanks. Thanks. If all's gone right, there's just one copy of Hacknet left to delete. And you're looking at it.
And that's the game. That was Hacknet. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of remembered it being a bit longer, even though I did and do all the CSEC missions. But by all means, it is still an incredible game. I'm also just now realizing how much of the story I kind of missed when I played this when I was a kid. But yeah. That final mission, the Carpenter Brute music. This game was actually the thing that got me into Carpenter Brute music in the first place. I gotta learn how to pronounce things properly, I'm sorry. But yeah, this game got me into them with that incredible ending sequence. It's fucking insane. And it's been so memorable. Like, I remembered almost nothing from the individual missions, like in between. Except for like a few, like the clicker game, because that's just kind of funny. But if at any point you had asked me about the ending of Hacknet, I would have probably been able to draw like a 1-to-1 scale accurate depiction of what my screen looked like when I first played through it. Because it's just so well made and incredibly impactful. The music is perfect, the story ramps up, I don't even know what else to say. I've said the same thing 1,000 times. But yeah, that does mean that since I've played through the DLC and I've played through the base game, this is probably going to be it for Hacknet. Unless I end up finding something like, because there are user-made things for this game, like Steam Workshop type stuff. I might at some point check out some of those. If... Oh, I got another email. Hold on. In the end, congratulations, you've just completed Hacknet. This started as a side project in a 48-hour game jam between friends, and people liked it so much that I worked on it casually for a while to produce a prototype version in 2012. The response was amazing, and though I ended that version with an email saying I was stopping working on the game for other projects, I couldn't stay away. I kept working on it. That's another typo right there, I think. Pretty quietly behind the scenes, and eventually 2.5 years later, it became what you just finished. Thanks for playing. If you liked the game, or didn't, send me an email at matt@hacknetos.com and let me know what you think. Suggestions welcome. I wonder how many emails have been sent to that address. If you're interested in following more stuff I make or want to bug me to work more on this or things like it, you can follow me on Twitter. The Link computer has a few secrets from the game on it. Take a look. That might actually be interesting. Reddit server. Oh, one more thing. If you're looking for more, there's an expansion out for Hacknet that you might not know about. We already played through that, actually. So... Music changer. Alright. Let's see what else there is on here. So I'm guessing this post-credits sequence is not canon since, you know, port hack is still a thing. ISP management, death row records, academic database, universal medical. So those are all devices that we've already seen. No EOS devices. I'm looking everywhere for secrets in this. And that's all the programs. Credits, congratulations, hidden stuff, secret path, wallpapers. Hell yeah. Very cool. Thanks again. Right, I showed this off earlier on today's stream. The secret path. There's a big secret path in Hacknet. This is essentially a third faction. If you're looking for more, try playing again and being more aggressive. Look more closely for secrets, especially at how things happened. I believe this is actually referring to the /L region thing of the game. Because there's an achievement, and I do remember back in the day specifically having to look up how to get there. And it was the thing with like the one sequence where you get hacked and have your X server deleted, and if you retaliate back to who hacked you, you get access to that. And we just kind of did that in the stream playthrough, but yeah. OpenCD tray, fork bomb, security tracker, name generation, internal consistency. Try hacking the email server you connect to all the time and check it out. Oh, that might actually be kind of cool. Can you hack this thing? You can. I'm gonna give that a shot real quick. Of course, there's a trace. So WQAYI9. That's the one. Alright. We're getting into the mail server today. I don't know how well this cycle lends itself to being a thing to look at on stream, because I imagine there's actually like some encryption here. Accounts, admin inbox. Oh no, these are actually just emails. Hello, sir, madam. I'm but a humble Nigerian prince who is crippled by the instability in my country. Beautiful. Just a bunch of junk. Account info. Admin password Frank. That's actually pretty cool. Password. Beautiful. Alright. But with all that done, I think we can call it a stream. It's almost 3 hours into the stream, so it's been a good while anyway. We managed to complete Hacknet. I might get back to it eventually and check out some like user-made labs stuff things. But for now, this is gonna be it. And just as a disclaimer for like generally if you're watching my streams, I'll be on holiday starting next week. So I am not gonna be streaming for a while after that at least. I don't know how long exactly. It's gonna be minimum 2 weeks. Anything past that, we'll have to see how it turns out. But yeah, thank you to everyone who tuned in, or who's just watching generally. It has been a pleasure. And I will see you guys in the next stream rather soon. Hopefully, most likely. Until then, bye-bye. I'm still streaming, aren't I? Hold on. I clicked my button, but it didn't work. I'm gonna try that.